Welcome back to Headlines. Please subscribe to this channel, like and share this video with your friends and family. Today we take a look at the FBI raid on Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago residences in Palm Beach. The agency tasked with keeping government records said it found 15 boxes of presidential records from Mar-a-Lago, some of which were classified as national security secrets. Christy Parker said the job of the FBI is to conduct an investigation in line with the law and not to bias the rights of the people they are investigating while they do their job. According to the White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre mentioned that the US President George Biden was not informed of the FBI raid on the former President Mar-a-Lago residences ahead of time. Trump said in a statement that he condemns the incident as it was used as a weaponization of the US justice system against him. It is understood that the Justice Department has sought the return of classified information at some point since the investigation began in April this year. But the cordial communication channel somehow did not seem to work. The aggressive move by the Justice Department to seek the search warrant to confiscate the documents urged action to be taken. A person close to Trump disputed the assessment, explaining that it showed imperfect representation. Let's take a look at the news clip by France 24.
All right, for more on that, we're joined on set by our diplomatic editor, Armin Georgian. Armin, this is pretty unprecedented stuff, an FBI raid on a former US president's residence. What are we to make of this?
Well, the FBI has different layers of investigation and review, and they would have had to go to a judge and to tell a judge that they think that a crime may have been committed, and therefore a search warrant is justified, and the judge has to be convinced of that in order for the search to actually go ahead. So there are several stages here. It can't just be, let's see what documents we can find. There has to be quite a high bar.
It didn't just happen. There was a procedure in place.
Yeah, there was a procedure, and as I said, that the judge would have had to agree that a crime could have been committed and that documents at Mar-a-Lago could provide substantial evidence. So yeah, this is a very, very big event indeed.
Now, his supporters are calling this weaponized politicization, at least some of them are. Is there a chance that, what of that notion that this is all politicized, and is there a chance that Donald Trump could turn this around in his favor?
My hunch, James, is that this raid simply deepens the divide in the Republican Party. So, of course, there are some who absolutely want Donald Trump to run again, who will be, in a sense, fired up by this raid. We heard some of those supporters in that report just now. But there are also Republicans who are saying it's now time to move on, that it's time to have a different candidate in 2024 that is not going to drag the party constantly back to all the controversies of the past, and there are many of them. This is just the latest in a whole series, this question of the White House government, of the White House records, but there's the January the 6th question, of course, the Capitol riot. There's the alleged election interference where, the famous comment Trump said, could you find me 11,000 votes in Georgia, that probe is still going on. There's the financial affairs, which are still being probed in some way, accusations of sexual misconduct. On it goes. So there are some Republicans who say it's actually time to move on. And interestingly, focus groups that have been conducted by Republican strategists have found that even among Trump supporters, there are people worrying about whether he's electable or not. And I think the danger is with this kind of probe is that, of course, Trump goes, all guns blazing at his next rally. But what is the audience of those rallies? Is those people
diehard supporters.
The diehard supporters, and increasingly there could be a gap between them and not just other Republican voters, but also people who in a general election have to be convinced. When I say general election, that's when whoever the Republicans have chosen goes up against the Democrat that's been chosen. In that situation, the Republican has to convince centrists, swing voters, suburban women, all these groups with whom this kind of talk of they're out to get me doesn't resonate as much. The whole, narrative of the establishment is out to get me. Those people don't respond to that kind of emotional, those buttons being pressed.
All right, we'll have to see how it plays out. Certainly, it's unprecedented stuff.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this. Don't forget to like and share this video with your friends and family, and do not forget to subscribe to this channel.